Good morning student. Previous class I discussed about the introduction of alkane, nomenclature of alkane, isomerism of alkane, and also I discussed about the method of preparation of alkane, and finally I discussed about the method of preparation of alkane by Wurtz reaction. Now I am going to discuss about the crossed Wurtz reaction. Before going to the cross-Wurtz reaction, it is bound to remember about the Wurtz reaction. In Wurtz reaction, similar types of alkyl halide is taken for the reaction. That means, suppose I want to take methyl chloride as one reactant, then it is bound to take also methyl chloride as another reactant. Suppose I want to take ethyl chloride as one reactant, then it is bound to take another reactant as also ethyl chloride. That means same types of alkyl halide is subjected to reaction in Wurtz reaction. But in case of cross Wurtz reaction, there are different types of alkyl halide are taken for the reaction. That means suppose I want to take methyl chloride as one reactant, then it is bound to take another alkyl halide except methyl chloride for crossed Wurtz reaction. Suppose I want to take ethyl chloride as another reactant. When methyl chloride react with the two atoms of sodium and ethyl chloride, then what will happen? A mixture of alkane is formed. Remember an important point: when a reaction will happen, then don't think that only one molecule react with the another molecule. There are a large number of molecules react with each other. Look at this reaction. Here a large number of methyl chloride react with a large number of ethyl chlorides. When we take large number of methyl chloride and large number of ethyl chloride, then what will happen? There is a possibility of reaction of molecules itself. That means methyl chloride also react with the methyl chloride, ethyl chloride also react with the ethyl chlorides, and there is also possibility of reaction of methyl chloride with the ethyl chloride. When methyl chloride react with the itself, then what will happen? There is removal of two molecules of sodium chloride, and the main product is your Ca3 bond Ca3. Similarly, when methyl chloride react with itself, then what will happen? Here also removal of two molecules of sodium chloride will be possible, and also an alkane is formed, that is your C2H5. On the other hand, when methyl chloride is subjected to reaction with the ethyl chloride, then what will happen? Here also two molecules of sodium chloride is removed as byproduct, and the alkane formed is Ca3C2H5. Look at that. When methyl chloride react with the methyl chloride, then ethane is formed. On the other hand, when methyl chloride react with the ethyl chloride, then propane is formed. On the other hand, when methyl chloride react with the ethyl chloride, then butane is formed. So here I can write very difficult to separate to the alkanes. Next I will discuss about the Coriolis reaction. In Coriolis reaction, an alkyl halide is subjected to reaction with lithium in the presence of CuO. Then alkane is formed. Suppose I want to take methyl chloride. When methyl chloride react with the two atoms of lithium in the presence of CuO, then what will happen? Two molecules of lithium chloride is removed like this, and an alkane is formed like this. The name of this reactant is said to be methyl chloride. The name of this product is ethane. Similarly, you can also take another example. Suppose I want to react with the ethyl chloride with the two atoms of lithium. Then what will happen? Look at that. Here, two molecules of lithium chloride is removed, and the remaining part attached with each other to form an alkane. This reaction is taken in the presence of CuO. Here I can write C2H5, and the byproduct is lithium chloride. The name of this product is said to be butane. The name of this reactant is said to be ethyl chloride. For this reaction, I can write a statement like this. When alkyl halide is treated with the lithium in the presence of CuO, then alkane is formed. This reaction is said to be Coriolis reaction. Next I will discuss about the electrolysis of salt of carboxylic acid. It is also called Cole's electrolysis of salt of carboxylic acid. In this reaction, what will happen? The salt of carboxylic acid solution is taken, and here electrical current is passed. As a result, electrolysis takes place and alkane is formed. Suppose I want to take two molecules of sodium acetate. For the aqueous solution of sodium acetate, it is bound to take water molecule. Now electrical current is passed through this solution, then electrolysis takes place. As a result, what will happen? Alkane is formed. There is a special mechanism for the Cole's electrolysis. Mechanism is how the reaction is proceed. But I want to draw the tricks how to remember about this reaction. At first, remove the carbon dioxide like this. Remove two molecules of sodium hydroxide like this. Remove one molecule of hydrogen gas and attach this remaining part with each other to form an alkane. The remaining part is bond CH3, so I can able to form ethane. The other byproducts are carbon dioxide, sodium hydroxide, another is hydrogen gas. Take another reaction. Suppose take two molecules of sodium propanate. When aqueous solution of sodium propanate undergoes electrolysis, then alkane is formed like this. At first, remove this carbon dioxide molecule. Remove two molecules of sodium hydroxide. Here remove hydrogen molecule and attach the remaining part with each other to form an alkane. I can write the alkane like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, acid. Like this reaction, you can also able to another reaction for the preparation of alkane from salt or carboxylic acid by electrolysis. I can write a statement for this reaction like this. When a concentrated solution of sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid is electrolyzed, then alkane is formed. This is all about the method of preparation of alkane. Next I will discuss about the properties of alkane. At first I will discuss about the physical properties of alkane. Remember about the first point, the first four members of alkane are gases. That means C, methane, ethane, propane, butane are gases. These four are said to be first four members of alkane. From C5 to C17 members of alkanes are liquid. That means pentane to heptadecane are liquids. And next higher members of alkanes are solid. Next point, the straight chain alkanes have higher boiling point than the branched chain alkane. Take an example: CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. The name of this organic compound is said to be pentane. Take another example having same molecular formula: CH3 bond C bond CH3 bond CH3 bond CH3. The name of this organic compound is said to be 2,2-dimethyl propane. Look at that, both these compounds having same molecular formula, but pentane belongs to a straight chain hydrocarbon. On the other hand, 2,2-dimethyl propane belongs to a branch chain hydrocarbon. So, according to this point, pentane having high boiling point as compared to 2,2-dimethyl propane. However, the boiling point increases with increase of carbon chain. That means, take another example. Suppose I want to take an example of hydrocarbon. Suppose this is the first example, that is your pentane. Take another example. This is your said to be butane. Among pentane and butane, pentane having higher boiling point than butane. Next point, remember the density of alkane increases with the increasing the number of carbon atoms. Take an example, the density of pentane is more than the density of butane. Here the number of carbon atom present is high, here the number of carbon atom present is 4. Remember, next point, melting point also increases with the increase of number of carbon atom in the chain. That means the melting point of pentane is more than the melting point of butane. Remember, another important point, all the alkanes are insoluble in water. These are the physical properties of alkane. Next I will discuss about the chemical properties of alkane. At first I will discuss about the halogenation. Halogenation means addition of the halogen atom with the reactant. Halogenation clearly indicate to At first I will discuss about the chlorination. What is the chlorination? In the chlorination of methane, all the 4 hydrogen atoms present in the molecules get replaced by the chlorine atom one by one to form a mixture of different substituted products. I can write the reaction like this. This is your said to be methane. When methane is subjected to reaction with the chlorine in the presence of sunlight, or you can also provide the temperature 520 to 670 Kelvin, then what will happen? Your HCl molecule is removed and the remaining part will able to form the alkyl halide. I can write the product like this. This is also said to be methyl chloride. Your HCl byproduct is formed. Similarly, when again methyl chloride is subjected to reaction with the another chlorine molecule in the presence of sunlight or temperature 520 to 670 Kelvin, then what will happen? Here also one molecule of HCl is removed as byproduct and the remaining part will attach like this, and the product is your CH2Cl2 plus HCl. The name of this product is said to be dichloromethane. The name of this reactant is said to be methyl chloride. When again dichloromethane subjected to reaction with the another chlorine molecule, then what will happen? Here also one molecule of HCl is removed and the product is H bond C bond Cl bond Cl bond Cl. Here the byproduct is HCl. It is bound to take the temperature 520 to 670 Kelvin, or you can also take the reaction in the presence of sunlight. The name of this product is said to be chloroform. This is your said to be dichloromethane. Again the chloroform subjected to reaction with the another molecule of chlorine at 520 to 670 Kelvin or in the presence of sunlight, then what will happen? Here also another molecule of HCl is removed and the remaining part attached with each other to form a product. The name of the product is your said to be carbon tetrachloride. This is the structure of carbon tetrachloride. Here HCl is formed as the byproduct. Here a reaction also possible like this: CH4 plus Cl2 in the presence of sunlight gives carbon plus HCl. The name of this reactant is said to be methane. This is your carbon. Your HCl is formed as the byproduct. Next I will explain about the mechanism of chlorination. Mechanism of chlorination means how chlorination reaction will possible and what are the steps related to the chlorination. Chlorination based upon the free radical mechanism. Yeah, free radical act as an attacking reagent. There are 3 steps involved in the chlorination. Step number 1 is chain initiation. Step number 2 is chain propagation. Step number 3 is completed. At first, I want to form an attacking reagent. Here the attacking reagent is formed from the chlorine molecule. This is the structure of chlorine molecule. When chlorine molecule come in contact with the sunlight, then what will happen? This bond undergoes homolysis to form the free radical. Here two chlorine radicals are formed like this. Now this is said to be your attacking reagent. This chlorine free radical attack to the substrate. Here the substrate is said to be your methane. Now one of the chlorine radical attack to the substrate methane like this. Here methyl radical is formed like this, and one biproduct HCl is formed. In step number 3, what will happen? This methyl radical combine with the another methyl radical like this. By this reaction, methyl chloride is formed. This is your said to be byproduct, this is your said to be main product. There is also possibility of another reaction. For the processing of this reaction, in chain propagation step, the methyl chloride also react with the another chlorine molecule like this. Here methyl chloride is formed like this, and also another chlorine free radical is formed. Now this chlorine free radical attack to another substrate to form methyl radical and HCl byproduct. Again this methyl radical attack to another chlorine molecule to form another methyl chloride and another chlorine free radical. Again this chlorine free radical attack to another substrate to form methyl chloride and HCl is the byproduct. This process is going on like this. As a result, this step is said to be chain propagation. At the final step, when the reaction is going to complete, then this reaction will happen. In this step, there is also possibility of another reaction like this. Cl dot plus Cl dot gives Cl2. CH3 dot plus CH3 dot gives CH3 bond CH3. For the formation of chlorine molecule, these two radicals combine like this. For the formation of ethane, these methyl radicals combine with each other like this. This mechanism related to the reaction like this: CH4 Cl2 in the presence of sunlight gives CH3Cl plus HCl. We know that again CH3Cl react with the Cl2 gives CH2Cl2 plus HCl. Again CH2Cl2 again react with the Cl2 gives CHCl3 like this. So here again the methyl chloride react with the another chlorine free radical in this manner. Here the reaction takes place like this. As a result, this product is formed and here HCl is formed as the byproduct. Again this free radical react with the another chlorine molecule like this to form the dichloroethane molecule and the byproduct Cl dot. Similarly, we can think about the mechanism of formation of trichloromethane and tetrachloromethane. This is all about the mechanism of chlorination. Next I will explain about the bromination. It is similar with the chlorination but CH4 plus Br2 gives CH3 Br minus HBr. Again CH3Br react with the Br2 to form CH2Br2. Here one molecule of HBr is removed as byproduct. Similarly, the dibromomethanes react with the another molecule of bromine to form CHBr3. Here also one molecule of HBr is removed like this. Again the tribromomethane react with the another molecule of bromine to form CBr4. Here also one molecule of HBr is removed. Next I will explain about the chlorination. Pure chlorine react with the alkane explosively, so this type of reaction is very dangerous and it is an example of uncontrolled reaction. CH4 react with the chlorine vigorously to give carbon plus hydrogen chloride. Next I will explain about the iodination. Iodine react with the alkane reversibly and slowly. The HI formed is a powerful reducing agent and it is capable of reducing the alkyl iodide to alkane. That means CH4 react with the I2. No doubt CH3I is formed and also HI byproduct is formed. Here iodination takes place, but it is a reversible reaction. That means again the formed methyl iodide react with HI to form methane and iodine. So this type of reaction occur very slowly. Here the formed HI is a powerful reducing agent. So this byproduct react with the CH3I and converted the CH3I to methane. However, alkane can be iodinated in the presence of an oxidizing agent such as iodic acid or nitric acid, which react with the HI as it is formed. That means in the presence of HNO3 and HI, the iodination reaction can be possible. When HiO3 or HNO3 is added with this reaction, then what will happen? The strong reducing agent HI react with the strong oxidizing agent like HiO3 or HNO3. The strong reducing agent HI do not get chance to react with the CH3I. As a result, the reversible reaction will stop. Only CH3I is formed. The reaction which takes place in between HI and HiO3 is HiO3 plus HI gives I2 plus H2O. This I2 again used for reaction with the CH4 molecule. Similarly, when HI react with the HNO3, then H2O and I2 and NO is formed. This I2 again used for the reaction with the CH4 molecule. So remember an important point: direct iodination cannot be possible. Iodination can be possible by adding HiO3 or HNO3. Remember an important point: the order of reactivity of alkane towards halogen atom is F2 greater than Cl2 greater than Br2 combustion, then carbon monoxide and water molecules are formed. Suppose methane molecule undergoes incomplete combustion, then what will happen? I can write the reaction like this: 2CH4 plus O2 gives CO plus H2O. Remember an important formula for the combustion of alkane. We know that the general formula of alkane is CnH2n plus 2. Now it is subjected to reaction with oxygen. Here I can write 3n plus 1 divided to O2. Then it gives N CO2 plus N plus 1 H2O. This is the formula for the combustion of alkane. Here N equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 dot like this. By this formula you can able to solve any combustion of alkane. Next I will explain about the pyrolysis or cracking. The thermal decomposition of an alkane to produce lower hydrocarbon is known as pyrolysis or cracking. Suppose take an example when methane is heated at 500 centigrade in the absence of air, then a mixture of methane, ethene and hydrogen gas is formed. I can write the reaction like this: 2CH3, 1CH3 at 500 centigrade produce ethene and methane and hydrogen gas. The name of this reactant is said to be ethane. The name of this product is said to be ethene. The name of this byproduct is said to be methane. Similarly, you can take also another example to explain the pyrolysis of alkane. Next, I will explain about the catalytic oxidation of alkane. When a mixture of methane and oxygen in the ratio 9:1 is passed through a copper tube at 200 degree centigrade and 100 atm pressure, then methyl alcohol is formed. I can write the reaction like this: CH4 plus O2 in the presence of copper at 200 degree centigrade temperature and 100 atm pressure gives methyl alcohol. This is your said to be methane. This is said to be your methyl alcohol. Similarly, when methane mixed with the oxygen is passed over molybdenum, then it is oxidized to formaldehyde. I can write the reaction like this: CH4 plus O2 in the presence of molybdenum gives HCHO plus water. This is your said to be methane. This is said to be your formaldehyde. Next, I will explain about isomerization. When N-butane is subjected to heating with the anhydrous LCl3, then it is converted into isobutane. I can write the reaction like this: CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3 at 300 degree centigrade in the presence of anhydrous LCl3, then isobutane is formed. This is your said to be N-butane. This is your said to be isobutane. Next, I will explain about the aromatization. An alkane having 6 or more carbon atom on heating to 500 degree centigrade at 10 to 20 atm get dehydrogenated and cyclized to benzene and its homologous. This reaction is called aromatization or reforming. Now I want to take an example of aromatization or reforming. Suppose I want to take an hexane. This is the structure of an hexane. When an hexane subjected to reaction with the B2O5 at 500 centigrade and pressure 10 to 20 atm, then benzene is formed. Here also hydrogen molecule is released as byproduct. Similarly, when an heptane undergoes reaction with the B2O5, then what will happen? Methyl benzene is formed. This is the structure of methyl benzene. It is also called toluene. Here also hydrogen molecule is released as a byproduct. This reaction is carried out in the presence of B2O5 and temperature 500 centigrade and pressure 10 to 20 atm. This is all about for the alkane chapter. Thank you. Have a